Yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Bivusana, and today I will be talking about how OpenAI should be allowed in education. It should be allowed in education because it reflects how learning actually happens in real world. Classrooms are not perfect environments. Teachers are overworked, classrooms are crowded, and students learn at different speeds. AI steps in as a support system, not a replacement. It explains topics multiple ways, helps students revise, and allows them to learn independently. Banning OpenAI does not stop students from using it. It only pushes its use underground. Instead of canceling it, education should guide students on ethical and responsible use. Technology has always challenged education, and education has always adapted. AI is no different. The question isn't whether students will use it, they already are using it. The question is whether schools will prepare them properly or not.
Thank you, Bivusana. So, my name is Kirtan, and I'll be talking about why OpenAI should not be allowed in education. OpenAI should not be allowed in education because it fundamentally changes what learning means, and not in a very good way. Education is about developing thinking skills and producing polished and not producing polished answer. AI allows students to submit work they have not understood, write essays they have not thought about, and solve problems they never attempted. My opponent calls AI support, but support should strengthen learning, not replace effort. When students depend on AI early, they lose the ability to think independently later. If we allow AI without strict limits, education becomes performative. Grades no longer reflect knowledge and degree loses credibility. It's not about progress. It's not a progress, it's decline.
My opponent assumes students are incapable of using AI responsibly, which is not true at all. Many students already use AI as a learning partner, not a shortcut, asking for explanations, practice questions, and feedback. This is especially valuable for students with language barriers or learning challenges. In the real world, professionals don't avoid AI, they collaborate with it. Education should mirror that reality. Teaching students how to use AI responsibly is far more effective than pretending it does not exist. Banning AI punishes honest learners and does nothing to stop misuse. Guidance beats prohibition.
So the problem is not trust, the problem is developmental timing. Students are still building foundational skills. An introduction to AI too early will replace struggle, and struggle is the most important part for learning. Like, you don't build muscles by watching someone else lift weights. We already see the impacts. Students are unable to write basic paragraphs, explain arguments, or solve problem without assistance. It is not a speculation. Educators across schools and colleges have been reported this daily. Before we teach students to work with AI, we must ensure they can work without it.
My opponent says AI removes struggle, but education already removes struggle selectively. Calculators reduce arithmetic efforts, spell check reduces spelling effort, and online resources reduce memorization. The difference is not the tool, it's assessment design. If exams and assignments require explanation, reflections, and oral defense, AI cannot replace understanding. Blaming AI for weak systems avoids the real issue and outdated education models.
So, comparing AI to calculators is totally misleading. Calculators assist with calculation, AI assist with thinking. When a tool produces arguments, structures, and reasoning, it crosses a line. Students no longer practice core cognitive skills. Changing assessments sound ideal, but institutions lack the resources to do it effectively. And until system catches up, unrestricted AI use causes real harm.
Now, talking through cancel culture and ethical angle, culture reacts emotionally by banning instead of managing. That's exactly what's happening with AI. Instead of teaching ethics, schools choose fear. But canceling tools does not build integrity, it avoids responsibility. Education's role is not to eliminate temptations, but to teach judgment. AI can actually strengthen ethics if used transparently and responsibly.
So, cancel culture isn't about fear, it's about protection. Some things need boundary until society understands them fully. Education exists to protect learning, not experiment with it. Restrictions restrictions is not cancellation, it's caution. And caution is justified when the stakes of students' intellectual growth are on risk.
To close my statement, I would like to say OpenAI is not the enemy of education. Avoiding it doesn't preserve learning, it delays the progress. Students will use AI whether schools approve or not. The responsible path is education, guidance, and adaptation. We shouldn't cancel the future because it challenges the past. We should prepare students to face it wisely.
So, education is all about shaping minds, not generating outputs. Until students can think independently, write confidently, and reason critically, AI does more harm than good. OpenAI may belong in the future, but education must protect the fundamentals, and that makes learning meaningful. So now I would like to cross examine Bivusana. Bivusana, isn't it true that AI allows students to submit work they didn't think through all it?
To answer that, only if institutions allow assignments that test output instead of understanding. If students must explain, reflect, or defend their work, AI can't replace thinking.
My next question is would you allow AI would you allow AI use during examinations?
During examinations, not in all cases, AI should be used where learning is the goal, not where direct evaluations of independent skills is required.
My last question is if students rely on AI from early age, how will they learn to think independently?
The same way they learned, despite calculators and search engines, how to calculate through structured teaching, boundaries, and accountability, tools don't remove thinking, poor systems do. I would also like you to cross-examine a few questions for
Sure, please
you.
go ahead.
My first question would be, how do low-income students access academic support if AI is banned?
So, first of all, low income students or students who are belonging to an economic weaker section can access academic support through improved school support systems, peer learning, teacher involvement, right? This can help them to actually learn something. Also, they can use libraries which are accessible everywhere, right? Because the goal is not to outsource thinking like machines or robots, right? It is to generate something out of an individual, his ideas and his thinking.
Okay. My next question would be if banning AI protects learning, why hasn't banning phones, Google, or plagiarism stopped cheating?
That's a good question. So, because Google or phones, those tools actually assist. They do not generate a complete reasoning, right? You are the one who's generating complete reasoning from it. While AI crosses a line by replacing core thinking, which makes enforcement and learning harder.
If AI writes essays and solves problems, what skill is a student actually being graded on?
Exactly. They are not graded on anything. And that's why AI should not be allowed until assessment systems and learning foundations are secured. So,
Thank you. That's the end of my
thank you.
questions.
Thank you. That's the end of my answers and my questions
And this is the end of our
of
debate
our debate.
presentation. Think you can just stop recording now.